Hi everybody, Dr. John here and welcome to Product of the Month. Actually, it's a mini Product of the Month because the product I'm going to tell you about is actually in the middle of a 3-month trial where I'm putting it through all its paces like you know I do with Product of the Month reviews. But I wanted to let you know about it because I believe this is going to change the veterinary industry in how we treat our patients at home, but also for you, the pet parent, how you treat your beloved pet companion at home. So the company I'm talking about is MedcoVet. And they've produced a Class 1 laser device that you can use at home. But before we get in and talk a little bit more about this device, just a disclaimer. So I reached out to MedcoVet a couple of months ago when I heard about what they were trying to do to revolutionize the industry. They kindly sent me this unit so I could do a trial on, so I could review. And so I have not bought this product. I've been so impressed by this product that actually just put them into our store as of yesterday to give my clients access to this incredible product because I've been so impressed. So disclosure aside, this is not a paid review or paid review commercial. This is my beliefs of what this device can do. Actually, I'm still going through that, and that will be, we'll call it the cinematic review of this beautiful product. But I just wanted to put that out there as a disclosure of how our relationship is with this company. Now they're in our store because I believe so much in this product. So let's put that aside and let's get talking about why I believe that this will change what and how we treat our patients and also our beloved pet companions. So up until now, to get a laser, you had to spend, to get a medical grade laser, you had to spend thousands of dollars to purchase the piece of equipment. And that's been outside the scope of most people. What MedcoVet has done is they've made this available to rent weekly. And this is what the game changer is. So it is a veterinary prescription product. So you need to get a prescription from your veterinarian to be able to rent this device. But if you don't have a veterinarian or you don't want to go through your veterinarian, the great people at MedcoVet will actually contact you and line you up with a veterinarian that will then ask you a few questions and fill out the prescription so you can get this device. And so the device will come in it'll be shipped in the mail in this great hard case. Once you get it, you open it, you can see everything's in there that you need to be able to do laser treatment for your beloved pet companion. Now, Class 1, people are asking what's the difference between a Class 1 and a Class 4? Because traditionally in the vet clinics, we use a Class 4 laser, but that has the different classes are due to the potential damage it can do to your eye. So a Class 4 laser can blind you permanently. It is a greater than 500 milliwatt machine. And we'll talk all about this in the cinematic review of this product. But it is a very powerful machine. Below that, we have Class 3B, and that's based on an LED-based technology. So is the Class 1. So 3B still can damage the eyes if you look directly into it. A Class 1 potentially doesn't, and that's why it's safe to be used at home. And so this works off an LED-based technology. We still don't look at it in the eye, but it is okay for what we call scatter radiation or scatter light. It won't damage our eyes, and that's what I'm really excited about this piece of technology is we can then get it into your hands in home to be able to treat your beloved pet companion. So people ask me then, what does laser therapy do? And laser therapy really is one of my go-to therapies for anything from acute injury to post-surgical healing to chronic injury treatment. And we know that every cell in the body has a light receptor or light receptors for different wavelengths of light. And they've found out that red light and infrared light stimulate the outside of the cells to do certain things. And so that's what we're doing. And so when we simulate the cell, I'd like to think of the cell as like a castle in a moat. And as the invading army comes in, the castle pulls up its drawbridge. Nothing gets in, but also nothing gets out. And this is where the problem is when our cells are feeling sick. When we use a device, a laser device, that red light or infrared light stimulates the outside of the cell, stimulates those receptor sites. They go, oh, we're now in a safe environment. They drop the drawbridge. They allow nutrients in, but also they allow waste product out. And this is where the beauty of light therapy is. So when we're lasering, we now know that it speeds up the healing process of the cell or injuries because we're bringing more nutrients in, but we're also getting rid of the waste products, the lactic acid, other things that are generated through the healing process. So this helps with edema, inflammation to resolve that, speeds up the healing process because it causes vasodilation. As we're lasering, blood supply moves in, all that nutrients comes into the area, we stop lasering, everything leaves. And so that flushes out, that gets rid of the edema and the swelling and the bruising. So that's one thing. We also know laser therapy interacts in how cells signal. So when it comes to chronic pain, osteoarthritis or degenerative joint disease, it can block the ability of those cells to send pain signals up to the brain. So we now get pain relief. There is an analgesic effect when we use laser therapy. It also releases endorphins, so it feels good. It relaxes the tissues in the area. And that's all important when we're dealing with an acute injury, a post-surgical site, a soft tissue injury, or a chronic injury like degenerative joint disease. It relaxes our patient and it makes them feel better. And this is very important. And these are just a few of the benefits are later. As I said, I'm going to go a big deep dive in the feature-length version of this movie, but I just want to talk to you about the fundamentals of why this is a game changer. So it's so important that I'm rewriting all the equipment checklists and treatment protocols for all my protocols on Canine Rehab Teaching Academy. And so this will come through into the Canine Rehab On Demand product that you can get access to. So any animal that's had surgery, acute injury, will be now recommended to go home with one of these devices for 4 weeks worth of treatment, because that will help speed up the healing, maximize their chance of full recovery, but also minimize their chance of getting some form of negative side effect or an untoward or unknown adverse reaction to the procedure they're going through. So this, I believe, is going to be a game changer at how we treat post-surgical, post-acute injury, but also for our chronic pets or chronic patients that have degenerative joint disease to help with swelling, help with pain relief, help move blood supply into the joint, because we know that the joints are notoriously bad environments for blood supply. So anything we can do to help blood supply get into that area is going to be a game changer for how we treat degenerative joint disease or our geriatric patients at home. And that's why I'm so excited about this device. And I really encourage you, if you're at all interested in learning more about this or getting your hands on one of these devices, go to our store at Canine Rehab On Demand. Click on the link and that will take you straight through to the MedcoVet site. And as I said before, if you don't have a veterinarian, click on through. They will match you with a veterinarian in your area to answer questions, to fill out the prescription, to get this incredible device to you. And it comes in the mail, really easy. It ships to you in this box. It turns up. Once you're finished with it, you put in the box, you do the zip ties and you mail it back to them. And that's how easy it is. And so for a small weekly rental fee, you can get yourself access to traditionally a device that would have cost you thousands of dollars. So also here's an example of one of my patients' trapper. And so I'm going to show you a quick video of Trapper beforehand, when you can see Trapper limping because she has a four-limb arthritic problem. And then we're going to see a before and then after quick video of Trapper after 3 weeks of using this device. And that's where this device is so powerful. So here we see Trapper. Trapper has a four-limb lameness, as we can see as she's stepping, her head is bobbing, and this is really indicative of a four-limb lameness issue. Every time she steps on that joint that hurts, she lifts her head, and that's indicative, as I said, of a four-limb lameness. So this is a pre-treatment video of Trapper. Now, after 3 weeks of laser therapy, here's Trapper again. We can see she's walking. She doesn't have as a pronounced head bob. She's moving a lot more fluid. She doesn't have that hitching or the head bob and lameness as she's walking along. And this is showing the power of what laser therapy can do for our pet companions. Okay, so we've just seen that video of Trapper. So you can see just by 3 weeks, the quality of life difference that Trapper is experienced just for using this device for 3 weeks. And that's why I'm really excited for being able to get this device into your hands to be able to help your patients or your beloved pet companion at home. So then a lot of thought has gone into the device, how it actually works. And it's really simple. So really you have 2 buttons. One is this big button here. You press this down, that turns the device on. The device is designed to work in 30-second increments. So you see the first light, that's 30 seconds. You press the button again, that's 1 minute. That's 1.5 minutes. That's 2 minutes. That's 2.5 minutes. And that's 3 minutes. Or you go back to 30 seconds. And this device comes with a great app. So the app explains how to use the device to treat certain different disease conditions, from acute to chronic conditions. So it'll tell you which settings to use, how long to use it, and it's a great app for when you're doing it. Then you just press this little middle button in the middle. And so if we press that, it turns on. So now we have the laser light going. You can see this. Now, as I said before, this is a class 1, so the scatter light radiation is safe for your eyes. I don't recommend that you look directly at the device, but it is safe for you to use at home and also safe for your beloved pet and companion. Other things they have this comb on the device. So if I can get it off. So this comb is designed so you can then sit it down and it will sit on different areas, because we don't want to push down, but we just want to leave it and gently, like you would press on a tomato. So because if we push down, we spread the capillaries, we move the blood supply away. We want that blood supply to come to this area. But we know with long-haired dogs, it can be hard to get through the hair to the actual skin surface. So they have this great comb design. If I put on the side, and so that you move it through the hair and now it sits on the skin. So you remove the comb. So this is great for short-haired dogs or dogs that may have been clipped after surgery. You don't want to put this comb over the surgical site. So you use this cover and it just sits nicely. If it's had surgery and you're at all concerned about, and we'll talk more about this in the deep dive, other ways where you can laser, but that's how this device works. And at the end of the 30-second cycle, that little indicator will flash and turn off, and it'll make a beep beep sound that it has finished the cycle, and then you move it on. This device is designed to leave in one place. It finished the cycle, goes beep beep, it stops, you move to the other side, press that little red button, again, it starts up again, and you leave it there for that treatment cycle. And as you can see, the flashing lights showing that it's working that 30-second quadrant. Once it finishes and it stops beep beep, it'll turn off. So let's artificially do that. You move it to the next area and you press and you start it all over again. You don't have to keep moving it like you do with a class 4 laser, because that generates heat. This doesn't generate heat, so it's very safe to use at home with your beloved pet, or you'll recommend for your patients to use. So if you found this video at all educational, informative, please click the link below. Like me, subscribe to this channel, or most importantly, share this, because by sharing it, we can get the information out that there's this type of device and other devices that I talk about on this channel. Because that's the only way we're going to change the world, to help our beloved patients, but also our beloved pet companions, to give them the life that they deserve, and to be by your side for as long as possible and have the best quality of life. So this is Dr. John signing off for another product of the month, and I look forward to seeing you on the next product of the month. And until next time, be safe. Bye-bye.